Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Exponentialized Live. And today I'm going to be talking about acknowledging your awareness. And it's a really key topic for X-Men because so many X-Men that I talk to have no idea about actually how aware they are of everyone and everything around them. And they like to create all sorts of things in their life that, are based on what doesn't belong to them and making things relevant to them that isn't. And, basically referencing their body and their life and their creations through other people. So it's pretty huge, really, for X-Men. And we recently did a disabilities or abilities class, and it was really one of the main conversations that we were having. It was coming up a lot. It's quite funny to me because most people, when you ask them, would you like does is it yours, basically, like whatever's going on right now in your life, is it yours? um, Most people are very surprised when they get a no, and that's because as an X-Men there is no separation between you and what you're aware of. Okay, so if you're aware of something as an X-Men, you just think it's you. You're like, okay, I'm aware of it and it must be me because I'm aware of it, it must be mine. But if you can actually start to ask, okay, is this mine? And you get a no, it's like, okay, cool. So everywhere I bought this as mine, where it wasn't, I'll destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I was talking with my partner, Tiffany. We went out for dinner with my son, and we were just having a chat. And she was mentioning, that uh, basically something that was going on, for someone. And she asked them that question, and they were like, oh no. And what we started to talk about with that was like, I wonder how many people would basically have something come up that is basically an awareness that their body is giving them of what's going on for the other bodies around them, and then they go, okay, so now I've got to do something about this. So they go to a doctor, and, the doctor might be like, okay, you've got this, disease or this problem or whatever it is. And then you get some medication for it, and then you start treating it. And it's like all this time, the whole thing could have not been yours. So you could have been living with something, you could have been creating it as your reality because you were aware of it. And somewhere you aligned and agreed with, the doctor's point of view or something like that. And then you literally actually start to solidify it as your reality. And the amazing thing about this is I've had people in classes where we will talk about things that they've had going on, for like 10 years or more, and asking this question, hey, is it yours? Does it belong to you? And they get a no. And literally the next day, that problem that they've had with their body or their life or their reality can be completely gone just from asking this one question. So, we're talking about like acknowledging your awareness. It's like, how many of you guys are so dynamically aware of everything that's going on around you? Have you truly acknowledged how aware you are? Okay. Because we talk about 99.9% of all the thoughts, feelings, and emotions do not belong to us. And everyone who has, heard a little bit about access or has taken a bars class knows that. But how many of you actually live from that place? How many of you are actually truly living from 99.999% of all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I'm aware of do not belong to me? It's like if you were truly living from that place, you would be making a whole lot less relevant to you, and your life would probably be much easier. So, some cool questions that you can start to ask is, what am I perceiving here? And the difference that this question gives you is as soon as you ask that, it takes you out of the place where you are being it. So, instead of going, okay, so, how do I get out of this, which is already from the point of view that you've created it as your reality, what am I perceiving gives you that overview, that picture from above that allows you to see you. It allows you to see what's going on. It allows you to see the other people that are involved, and it gives you a different perspective with way more space to it. And from that place, it's much easier to actually acknowledge what's true for you and what's true for others and what's going on in a situation. Okay. So, what am I perceiving is a really good question. The other question to ask is, whose paradigm and am I buying? Okay. Because people live from their points of view and their constructs, which create their reality. And what most people will do is try to get you to align and agree with their reality. Okay. So, it's like if you start to ask, okay, whose paradigm am I buying? You start to receive, oh, okay, this whole reality, this whole way that this person creates, their life, or it's not mine. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to be the way that I do things. And yes, I could choose to do it the same way, but I could also choose to do it in a way that I desire. I could choose to create in a way that I desire. So who or what paradigm am I buying? Whose paradigm or what paradigm am I buying here? Is another good question. And my personal favorite, which I'm just going to throw in there, is this relevant to me? Okay, because if you look at 99.999999999% of all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions do not belong to you, it's very easy to say, but how often are you going about your day and you're just like, oh my God, everything feels heavy. This sucks. I want to go and, crawl in under a rock and hide from everyone. Okay. But that's that place of where you're making things relevant to you that aren't. Because in truth, your reality has a sense of lightness to it. It has a sense of ease. It has a sense of space. And so if it's not that, then it's probably not your reality. So asking, is this relevant to me, can really, really help cut away a lot of the bullshit really quickly. So, guys, I hope this has contributed to you. This has been another Exponentialize Live, and we've been talking about acknowledging your awareness, acknowledging what you're aware of. And when you do acknowledge what you are aware of, then you also give yourself a place where you can create greater from there. Okay, so it's always helpful. One other thing I wanted to let a lot of you know, in this group, we've had a pre-launch of the Exponentialized membership. So we've made it available to you guys at the early bird rate for 3 days before we announce it to the public. So tomorrow is the day we're announcing it to the public. So if you would like to join, please do so now. There's 25 spots at the early bird price. It's a ridiculous $45 per month, or $500 for the year. And that price will remain the same while the membership is open. So we're going to probably do it again next year, and it will be the same price for you if that's the price that you start at. For next year as well. So yeah, and the doors will be closing in about 11 days, and then I'm not sure when they'll open up again. So if you do want to get in now. We have had a few issues with the PayPal, and we've been talking with tech and changing a few things, and it's still not quite there. So if you do want to get in now, I would say credit card, and then when the credit card is working fine, when PayPal is ready and working, we'll let you know as soon as possible. Okay. So thank you for watching. Yes, I'll post the link to the Exponentialized membership in the comments of this Facebook Live so that you can find it there. Yeah, thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you again soon, and I'll be here, same place, same time next week. And who knows, it might even be, we'll see what topic we have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.